By far, the most common question I get from pastors like you are what kind of jobs do I even qualify for? I went to Bible college. I went to seminary, perhaps. I've been in vocational ministry maybe for 2 years, 5 years, 20 years. Who in the world is going to hire me? And I would encourage you that there are lots of companies that can take the skills that you have when you learn how to, show that they're transferable and use them for their company's needs. So here's a really simple tool, and I'll share more about this in the masterclass if you choose to purchase it, and encourage you to do so. And it's just really about self-discovery, because the job hunt does not start with, well, what jobs are out there. The job hunt starts with you identifying how God has wired you, okay? And kind of what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, and finding jobs that line up with that. Because I don't want you to go work at a job that you hate just because you want to get out of ministry. That's not the best option in my view. So here's sort of the framework that I'll share in much more detail in the class if you choose to purchase it. Is imagine your body, yourself, all the different ways in which you've experienced the world, all the different things that you've done, and start with your head. Are you a really academic person? Like, do you have a whole wall of books in your office? Did you like seminary? If you love researching and studying and teaching, and preaching is like your thing, and small groups are your thing, and Sunday school is your thing, you just love communicating truth and wisdom to people, I would encourage you to check out learning and development jobs. A lot of companies will hire in-house learning and development trainers, coordinators, facilitators, coaches, and their only job, or their primary job, is to help the people in the organization become better. So if you love coaching, training people, that could be a really good option to consider. So that's the head. Are you a heady person? Do you love communicating truths to people? Consider learning and development. Let's go down a little bit now to your heart. Are you one of those people who's just really compassionate, really caring? You love helping people, you love serving people, you volunteer at the soup kitchen on Saturday mornings, you love going on mission trips and serving the vulnerable in your community or in society at large? If so, and this is actually probably the easiest transition for pastors, would be a nonprofit job. And the reason why it's easy is because churches are by their nature nonprofits, at least in the US. I'm pretty sure that's all over, but I can only speak for my home country. And a lot of nonprofits are ran by Christians and religious people. So it's not that strange of a switch to say, hey, I was a pastor and now I want to pivot into a not-for-profit. It's not, that difficult to do that. So if you're like, the heart is a center part of you, a central part of you, that could be worth exploring. What nonprofits are in my community that I can go, join forces with? Might not be the best pay, but at the same time, it's a very easy transition. The next one is your hands. Okay, your hands. You have the head, learning development, the heart, not-for-profit, the hands. And if you're a person who loves fixing things, tinkering with things, getting your hands messy in processes and projects, I would highly recommend looking into project management. Project management is a growing and in-demand field. It's in pretty much every industry, from tech to healthcare to construction to marketing. I mean, you name it, it's there. Project managers are paid very well, but it's all about working on a team and achieving the objectives of a goal that your team, sets out for itself. So I would recommend looking into project management, project coordinator, project specialist. That's a really good kind of entry-level job for that field. So if you love working with your hands, working with lots of people, kind of having a lot of balls juggling at the same time, project manager could be something worth exploring. And the last one is all the way down to your feet. If you're someone who's really active, you like moving, you like grooving, you get bored very easily, you like to hustle, I would really consider a sales job. I know that sales is like a dirty word in our society, especially amongst pastors, because you feel like, oh, salesperson, that's just someone who rips people off all day. I don't want to be that person. But the thing I want to encourage you is if you are solving a real problem, right? Which I mean, you should be if you're in a ethical company, you're solving a real problem at a fair price that's going to make the person's life better. You shouldn't feel bad about sales. I mean, you might choose to buy this class from me. I know this video is free, but the next ones, will have a small fee. And I don't feel bad about selling that to you because I feel like it's going to transform and change your career. So I'm not a big salesy guy, but when I believe in the service, I have no problem, sharing it with others and helping them, improve. So sales could be something kind of worth exploring. So now you're probably wondering, well, how in the world do I find these jobs, Eric? Okay, learning development, that sounds kind of cool. Nonprofit, okay, I kind of get what that is. Project management, I've heard of that before, but I have no idea where to start. And sales, I mean, I also want to go down to the used car lot and ask, the guy there for a job. What would I do with that? So I'm going to talk about that in tomorrow's video. So I want you to make sure you stay close to your email and keep an eye out for that. Drop it in your inbox tomorrow. How do I find these jobs? How do I kind of learn what these jobs entail? How can I begin positioning myself for these roles? Because this is all brand new to me and I want to make it as seamless as possible for you. So that's a really simple framework. What kind of jobs should I even be looking for as a pastor making a transition? Tomorrow's video, how do I find these jobs and what do these jobs entail? So hope you take some time to check it out tomorrow. Looking forward to going on this journey together. Thank you so much for watching.